What's up, everybody? Guy here with Total Geek Live. And with me, as always, is the TGL crew. Batman Returns some more. Kaiser and Danny. Oh, wait,
it's Baltimore.
Not Batman Returns some more. Sorry, Batman Returns some more. It's his cousin. And today, we have a very special 19XX for you because, you know, friends, our favorite time of the year is this time right about now. Bright colored lights, packages. There's just a hint of cheer in the air, and everyone just seems a little nicer to each other. But truly, what holiday more better captures, encapsulates even, the Christmas spirit than Batman Returns? That's what I'm talking about, right?
It is a Christmas movie.
Don't
let anyone tell you otherwise.
It's got
Love Actually, whatever. No, we're talking Batman Returns.
It's got Christmas trees and presents and clowns and penguins.
And
Pfeiffer in spandex.
It was shown by first spandex. That was a good Christmas present that year.
That was.
An early prototype Frank Reynolds from Danny DeVito. But oh man, Batman Returns was, came out in 1992. It was the first movie in theaters. I saw it twice in the same day. I was so ridiculously hyped for Batman. It was like, I got to do it again because obviously I had no idea what happened. I was like insane the first time.
I betrayed my father's trust in that we made a pact to not see it because I was going there that summer and we wanted to watch it together. But I went and saw it opening night.
Could not wait.
But he did too, so I didn't have to feel so bad.
And then after you found out, you had a good laugh, and it was like freeze frame, and I was like,
it's like you were there.
I'll credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was quite the movie. Honestly, going back and watching it, like not too terribly long ago, that movie is nuts. That movie is just freaking psychotic. I'm just like, you're sitting there and like you're listening to some of the lines and you're seeing some of the scenes. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's like I remember something completely different when I watched Batman Returns. I mean, it's still entertaining, but that movie is just psychotic.
So let's refresh your memory. We're going to pull up the trailer that ran, and then we're going to start talking about a little bit more, just to refresh you on just how Burton-y this Batman was.
Okay.
Burton-y, do you want it?
So I am got it queued up, and I am hitting play now.
A Danny Elfman music.
Oh, it gets me every time.
These colors.
What colors?
Whoa!
Danny's announcer voice.
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny. Frank crashes the party.
Oh, there she is.
I love that scene.
Mm-hmm. Yep. My God.
Sweet Christmas.
Meow.
Yeah, I was like 16 when I saw that. It was
Life-changing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of was.
It's like I never knew I was in the. I didn't know I was into black leather, but apparently black spandex.
Yeah.
I was like Navin R. Johnson that day. Found my special purpose.
Oh wow. We upped our rating now. That kiss.
Yes.
Yeah, iconic.
There we go.
Yes, the rocket.
Yeah, rocket penguins. It's greatness.
Giant yellow duck cars, rocket launching penguins. This business.
They have the whole circus clowns.
Huh.
The Willem scream.
Left over from the first one.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
And I loved you could do that in the NES game too, or the Super Nintendo game.
There we are. Uh-huh. And yes.
Man, he was such a great Batman.
Above Gotham looms its greatest hero.
Batman Returns.
Burn, he did.
Wow.
Happy holidays, y'all.
One thing about Batman Returns is he doesn't give a flip, and he will murder you in the blink of an eye.
Yes.
I forget what the kill count is in this movie, but he torches the guy with the exhaust of the Batmobile. He sticks some dynamite down the clown's pants and shoves him down a hole.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure a couple of those guys died in that trailer getting hit with the Batmobile. I mean, if they weren't dead, they were brain dead or in intensive care for years.
Right.
I mean, he did not play around in this one.
Mm-mm.
Unless you're a Catwoman, then he played around a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of play there. But yeah, otherwise it was
Play.
no holds barred Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a Christmas. Not too far from Gotham.
And then, of course, the trailer...
Oh, go ahead.
And then, of course, the trailer doesn't even show the sheer majesty of Christopher Walken in this film.
See, they're leaving that as the big surprise.
As Shrek. You know, this Batman, he's kind of guy or not. He's just, that was my Walken for the moment. Walken in a winter wonderland. Yes, he was.
Yes. Yeah, it was kind of wild seeing, because there was, he was another antagonist that, he had his own political agenda and all of that and that's how Selena Kyle kind of stumbles across what kind of dirty deeds he's doing and everything, and then let's not forget that we get just a little brief moment that Paul Rubens was in this film as Chester Copperpot's father, and I was just so excited to see him. It's Pee-wee on the big screen again. That was just a nice little fanboy moment.
And the greatness, or at least the casting greatness of the Gotham show, they brought Paul Rubens back as Oswald Cobblepot's father.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, what a great nod.
Yeah, he's
awesome.
in a number of episodes in season 3, I believe, that they brought him in, and it was just like, yes, that's awesome, because we didn't get just a smidge of him, just enough to hate him. In Batman Returns, when they look at their poor little deformed flipper baby and throw him off a bridge into the icy cold.
Dumping him out.
What else would you do?
Yeah, because that's what people did in Gotham, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Throw their penguin babies away. Mama, don't throw your penguin babies away.
Yeah.
I know there was still merchandise, because, Batmania, was still, such a big thing, because it was, the summer of '89 with the first Batman. You bought, there was, Batman everything.
Oh, yeah.
And then they really had trouble with this one because of the dark and violent nature. I remember McDonald's had, those collector cups, and then they had those 4 little cars that you could drive around. And they were so mad that this film was so just super violent. And I think it was one of the large reasons why Tim Burton wasn't able to do the third one, not exclusively because of McDonald's, but so many people complained and sponsorships withdrew because of just, what this movie was.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, how are we supposed to sell Happy Meals to children when Batman is murdering people left and right? And yeah,
a lot of people expected they were like, this is supposed to be a comic book movie. We want, kids read comic books. They need to be able to, go to a film and see kind of more lively looking kind of things.
The first one was dark too.
Oh yeah.
This one wasn't really much darker than the first one. Just it was a little more sexual than the first one.
Yes, it was absolutely.
Yeah.
And a little more grotesque, given the Penguin, the Tim Burton's vision of the Penguin in this being the kind of deformed freak and not just the kind of portly, crime boss. He's very Penguin-esque, and it's a lot. I like it a lot. I love this incarnation of the Penguin. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of people get peeved when a director takes a comic book character and completely changes them for the screen. Because for most often than not, the changes are bad. But this is one of those. It's like this reimagining of the Penguin really worked for me and really made me fall in love with this movie as a kid. Because it was just so dark and twisted and different. It
was adult.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And this version of the Penguin actually played a major influence in the first version of the Penguin in Batman the Animated Series. He looked a little bit more like the refined crime boss gentleman, but he still had the long hair, the sharp beaky nose, and definitely the webbed flipper hands.
Right.
Sure, my French flipper trick.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about his gang that he had, the Red something.
Triangle Gang.
The Red Triangle Gang. So a whole fun cast of characters, when I was going back and gathering assets for this video. And find seeing really good shots of all of them, and I remember. I mean, he's an iconic kind of character actor. The really tall, dark circles under his eyes. Yes.
What was his name again?
Because I think it's Max Schiavelli, but I know it's Schiavelli.
Yeah, because he I remember him from organ grinder with the monkey. He also. His character back in the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, he's the one that taught him how to move objects.
Oh, yeah.
Creepy subway, scary ghost.
Yeah, I mean, he's always just a great presence in every film I've ever seen him in because he's he just has that look about him in his voice and everything. Sure. Great. But yeah, a great little cast of characters, and boy, were they were a weird bunch.
Well, I mean, it was a cool way to build his backstory. He's a freak. He ends up in a circus of freaks. Develops a camaraderie with them. Kind of, it shows his criminal mastermind beginnings and using them to pull off heists in different towns they go to, and
right.
It was a cool backstory. It totally worked for me. I totally bought it. It's not quite the same crime boss Penguin, but for this movie, I really loved what they did, and it was big and colorful and comic booky.
Oh, absolutely. And they tried to present the Penguin as a little bit piteous. I mean, when he found out what the fate of what happened to his parents, his big arc was, I want to find out what happened to my mom and dad and ask them why they did what they did to me. And then, of course, he ran for mayor and he almost won. Mm-hmm. And it's like there's a part of it you almost wonder if things had gone just a little differently, would he have been as completely terrible and gone through with his greater ulterior motive, or was his theatrics the whole thing?
Right.
Yeah, because his whole backstory was not backstory, but his backup plan was he was to kidnap all the firstborn children of the city
and drown them because
that's what was done to him.
Right.
Throw them all in the river. But you do pity him because you see that he does kind of buy into this. What? People like me? What is this? Me as mayor? And he kind of starts letting Shrek get into his head, And when it all comes down, then it's just that switch. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. I hate all of you. You all deserve to die. People are horrible.
Yeah.
Oh God, that speech! It's like, why does everyone always bring tomatoes to these things? And like, Batman had the Bat CD player. Sure, why not? The
90s.
With the Bat logo on it, and he clicked down and.
Yeah, and then just the
branding,
the duck car, and then Penguin conveniently has like this little kiddie vehicle version of the Batmobile when he sabotages the Batmobile. Batmobile.
I loved that.
It's so bizarre.
I know it was totally bizarre, but and I think he even had to put a quarter in it or something in order to get it to work.
And what's great is these are all callbacks to the Adam West Penguin. He would always steal the Batmobile and take it on a joyride. The whole mayor thing was done in the old '60s, serial, and so these, this was a great allusion and nod to that, the Burgess Meredith Penguin, which I love that they did.
Right.
That.
Oh, absolutely. He was a great Penguin too. I loved Burgess Meredith.
Oh yeah.
It's a great actor. And then this was the first film where we actually got to where Batman's battling two villains and kind of kept that going throughout the rest of the franchise, where you're getting multiple, them coming at him from different angles, so to speak, in a way.
Yeah, maybe not necessarily villains, but adversaries. How about that?
Right, adversaries, right? But yeah, because his relationship with Selena Kyle and Catwoman is a little bit different.
Line there,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And we have yet to talk about the goodness that is Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Selena Kyle.
That's why I brought this up.
Yeah.
Had a segue into talking about
about her wonderful
her wonderful wonderfulness.
The catastrophe that she was.
The catastrophe, that's awesome.
One of the craziest scenes is she put that bird in her mouth. That wasn't CG. She actually put
that was a practical stunt.
Wow, I didn't know that.
She held it. And that, that's like nasty with all the possibilities that entails, but she did it and held it. And
we get movie magic.
Yeah, that was quite the origin story for her as well.
And we didn't get the Michelle Pfeiffer spin-off Catwoman movie that was promised. It was, they built it into this movie. It ends with her on the rooftop instead of Batman in the skyline.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And it's to, showcasing her, and she was so popular that she was going to, and whatever happened, they couldn't agree on a script, or because McDonald's was pissed off, they're like, well,
Burton left and didn't want to do it, and she didn't want to do it without him.
Well, Burton still produced 3 and 4.
Well, I think that was a contractual.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It probably entered development hell, and to kind of neuter that version of Catwoman after all the crazy stuff that went on in this to make it more kid friendly, I just don't think that could have gone as well. And we saw the Halle Berry version of how Catwoman went down, and
nope.
Yeah,
never seen it, never will.
Again. I've seen enough. I'll just put it that way.
But the line, the iconic lines from all the actors, all the characters in this are just amazing, and it's one of those things where you have these quotable things happening, but it doesn't necessarily stop the progression of the story.
No.
They're so great and so fun, and they build it up. They don't detract from the story, which is sometimes something that happens in superhero films. Where they try to be zingy and weird and funny and da-da-da-da, and then it kind of, derails things.
Yeah, but because of the entirety of the bizarreness that is this world, stopping and throwing off a one-liner isn't out of place. It's like you totally buy it, given the setup and the setting and the characterizations. It's like it just works.
Yeah.
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 If this were, one of the ultra realistic, trying to be gritty and stopping and do a one-liner like that, you get what you were talking about. It would just stop the momentum. It would be out of place.
Yeah,
but not here.
No.
Yeah. No, and then you have, their relationship outside of Catwoman and Batman was also really fascinating too. That's Selena and Bruce. They're kind of going at each other, and they're kind of, will they, won't they? This kind of relationship is really, really interesting. And to see it played out on the big screen in two different ways, both their persona, that was something we really hadn't gotten a chance to explore before. So I thought that was really nice and
so well done.
Yep.
That scene where they're in the masquerade ball and they're the two that aren't wearing masks.
Yes.
And they're dancing, and then the realization, when the quote, the mistletoe line, and that realization, that look on their faces, I mean, that is Oscar-worthy acting. I mean, that scene was amazing. It's just so well done, that the dynamic of them. Although you do get the keep letting women into the Batcave syndrome.
That was a great throwaway line. Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But even that their dual lives continually got in their way, because even when they were both at Wayne Manor and they started making out, I mean, both of them were like when they just they keep touching each other's wounds, while they were passionate with each other, and it's just it really played well, because it was like they could have worked well together, but they were just both really screwed up people.
Yeah.
Kaiser, you mentioned earlier about the Super Nintendo game. What were your thoughts on that, just in general? What were some of your favorite?
That's probably my favorite brawler. I loved you can grab two people at the same time and bash their heads together.
Yeah.
Or you can grab them and throw them back through some of the interactive environments. It looked amazing. Some of the for the Super Nintendo, some of the stills were like shot for shot from the movie and looked really, really well done. And it was the first Batman game I played where he looked like Batman. He wasn't purple,
Yeah.
Because even the Sega CD version and the Genesis
he was
version,
purple.
He was purple.
Who knew? Yeah. And they actually used the Danny Elfman music in the Super Nintendo version, so it really was like a full Batman experience of based off the movies. Probably one of the best movie adaptations for gaming.
Yeah, and you played through the storyline, and in the beats that they chose for the levels perfectly worked. I mean, it was one of the much better, well done licensed games of the era, period. And just so good at it. It's one of my favorite brawlers,
Yeah. I still have that game, actually, in my collection.
Oh,
and I also have the Atari Lynx version as well, which was insanely hard. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Yeah, that was... I still like keeping a little bit of my Bat memorabilia. I think I still have some of the Topps trading cards as well. So
Really? I had them, and I had the complete series. All of them. In the binders, so you could see all the backs, and the backs that had the poster cards that formed the posters. All first, second, and I think there was a third series of for the first and second movie. I'd had them all. I had them in binders like this. I have no idea where they are.
Oh.
In one of my moves, I think they just got left behind.
That's no boy.
No, I'm sad now.
But on that note,
yeah. So this is certainly, a fun Christmas movie.
Oh, it's a great one to pull out every holiday.
Great Christmas movie, great for the holidays.
Yeah, no, I'll watch it. I'll watch it during the holidays, because it's been a few years since I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't remember that it was a Christmas movie. That's how long it's been.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
No, this is, for me, like every Christmas, it's Batman Returns, Die Hard, Gremlins.
Right, yeah, Die Hard's and Gremlins. I remember those. I just forgot this one.
It even ends with a Christmas line where Alfred goes, "Well, peace on earth and goodwill towards men," to which Bruce replies, "and women," and then that's how it ends.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go.
So, all right, you guys, that's our Christmas wrap-up of Batman Returns. If you have any special memories of Batman Returns back from '92 or just over the year when you've seen it in the multiple releases on home video, certainly share some of your favorite moments, what your thoughts on some of the kooky things that went on in this film. What were your takes on everything? And certainly, if you want to see more of our 19XX series, we're always talking about old stuff. A lot of going back.
Oh, I gotta show something really quick.
I have a feeling you want to say something.
No, I want to show something. I just remembered something really cool I have. So there's gonna be some editing magic. So okay, I'm holding something. Bing!
Wow.
I have Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Penguin.
Oh, snap!
And Batman. These are
Batman.
vinyl models that were released by Horizon. And
So you have the bat, the cat, and the penguin.
I have all three.
You have the three. That's awesome.
I haven't put them together yet. I was never been the model maker that my father was.
Mm-hmm.
But one of these days soon, maybe in my retirement, I'll put these together.
Well,
when Old Man Returns.
Old Man Returns. But I had to...
Oh, man.
Just remembered I had these and had to show them off.
Those are really cool.
Those are awesome. I didn't even know those existed.
Nice.
Those are very cool.
Very cool. All right, you guys, that was another 19XX. Thanks again for stopping by. And as always, it's all geek to us.
That's right.
Take care, you guys.
Bye.
Tell us your favorite Batman Returns quotes in the comments.
Yes!
See if you can match ours.
Quote us up.
Send us reaction videos quoting Christopher Walken in your best Christopher Walken voice.
Maybe your best Christopher Sitton voice, if you sit down.
Or do your own intro to the movie trailer.
No, that's not bad when you do that voice. It's good. Or not. Who knows? Really what the penguin does.
I'm Batman. Batman.
Saved by Kitty Litter.
We're all.
He knows all the Catwoman.
I know. We're all. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. He's like, saved by kitty litter.
Someone's life's a bitch now. So am I.
Yes.